Here it is, aka Patters. I got sick today. Got hit by a virus. Still went into the office, but I came back with a bag full of comic books. Time for a $30 comic book haul. Let's go. AKA Patters, get yourself some of that Prime. Let's get a set. Peter A. DeLuca here, AKA Pad69, and say with me, known through Philadelphia, PA, Europe, and the multiverse as the eclectic one. Yeah, so Monday night, up all night, working on the website, akapad.com. We're going to be doing so many things with AKAPad.com already going into 2024. One of the reasons why shipping and all these other things are majorly delayed on my part is with the work, through AKAPad.com. We're going to be beta testing that very soon. Beta testing, payment portal, so on and so forth. So, I've just been up all night. And we've been doing a lot of things with that. I've been doing a lot of things with a couple of new sketchbook projects, drawing a couple of requests that came in, on the commercial sense. And then, the 9 to 5 IT work. So Monday rolls into Tuesday. Little sleep. And I had someone from out of town come in. So usually work-wise, when I get people from out of town, I will host them until they, they're back off to their hotel room in Philadelphia, PA. Just for safety reasons and things like that. But it's all about going out, like having a good time, getting some good food. So we did that, and during that night, which is like relatively one night ago. I don't know if you guys ever get it when you're like sleep deprived, when you're in sleep deprivation, you get kind of like a hurt, like almost like behind your eyes and behind your nose. And I felt that like all day. But then as that night went on, I just really felt like weaker and weaker. The alcohol wasn't kicking in, caffeine wasn't kicking in, and I kind of knew something was creeping up. So get home, go, we do a YouTube video, go right to sleep, and then, just within the middle of the night, just kind of like wake up and you're like, pfft, like you have a virus, you have something. I think it was about 3:30 in the morning. I texted via Teams, I Teams chatted my workforce, and just said, look, guys, I'm getting hit with something. We're going to have to take tomorrow morning, hour by hour. So, wake up and just really wasn't feeling myself, didn't have myself together. Took enough stuff, got energized, went out, put in some time. But then on the way back, we hit the local comic shop, and people, we got so lucky here. This is a solid $30 spent, and I absolutely love sharing a lot of these hauls with you guys because I just feel like, I might be helping some of you down the road when it comes to spending your money and building what you would call a collection or curating a collection. Making designed picks along the way and not being frivolous, because it's easy to do when it comes to collecting comics. You just keep buying them. But what if, we rebuild a collection, and you guys, a lot of you know, there was a giant purge of my collection about 4 years ago. And my objective since then is to delicately, artfully, and critically rebuild the collection, really selecting comic books one by one for particular reasons, and this goes in, throughout all of comic book history, and then selecting books that would help the YouTube channel. So you kind of have like two fronts there. We got some gold here. Let me share it with you guys. Let's hit that drawing table. But right before we do that, really, subscribe, support, leave a comment. Everything you guys been doing, you guys have been enormous in growing the channel and just kind of like hanging out with me and sticking with me through a lot of these live streams. We're still pushing for live streams to come back regular. I really would love to do 12 o'clock draw live streams every single night. That's really my immediate goal outside of everything I have with the website. So get yourself some sippy. Cheers, and let's hit that drawing table. All right, people. We got double drinky drink here, and we got double Hot Wheels. Why do we have Hot Wheels? Well, look, this one we did a video on this not too long ago. Fascinating white 1989 Batmobile, movie Batmobile, Michael Keaton, but it's got the Flash logo, and we were the AKAPAD Army was very curious if this was a part of the movie or not. Turns out, I guess it doesn't, but it is still a wonderful what if of having a potential Joker run Gotham City bleeding from the 1989 timeline. And I am absolutely obsessed with these are the only toys I really believe grown men should buy. It's just get yourself the occasional Hot Wheel. They're so much fun. These brick or Lego, they're called Mega, but they're essentially Lego Hot Wheels, and the parts are so awesome because if you buy enough of these, you can swap all the parts. And these are things I do sometimes when I'm stuck on speakerphone or Bluetoothing someone over a potential IT disaster, issue, or fix. Just gets the brain working. So let's just get into this. We're going to reveal some of the pricing too. Some of the pricing. And we're going to reverse this stack. We're going to top from the bag from the comic. Rob Liefeld, Chad Bowers, Jim Toe. So we all have issue 4. But we had 1, 2, 3, and 5 of, I guess it's Youngblood Volume 5 or 6. I just had to get these. I'm so curious about them. And this is a little bit of a theme in here. Is one of these videos I had in mind since I did the Michael Turner Cartoonist K-Fake Witchblade video. I had a video in mind for that, and it came to fruition in this stack. I'll show it to you guys. But it's got interesting Rob Liefeld, Bad Rock, Kirby, short backup story, inked by Shelby Robertson, right? Shelby here. Shelby also, I believe, worked on the Crypt mini-series. It might have been like a 2-issue mini-series. There you go. Shelby right here. So Shelby has solicited through CG. But again, it's serendipitous sometimes when we go through dollar boxes. Morbid Angel is Shelby's, I believe this is Shelby's best work. Not of this time, I would say overall. It is awesome. You see the 90s extreme influence. You see why he was valuable in that bullpen, or in that we'll say the extreme offices. Really cool stuff. I can't wait to read these. I'm always curious when other people come on with Youngblood. I don't think I even read the Joe Casey Youngblood. That might have been volume 5. So a little bit of research for this, but again, I would normally pass these over. But there are backup stories, like this Bloodstrike number 3 backup story with Rob Liefeld. And it really kind of, like, I don't know what the direction is with some of this stuff. And I want to say issue 4, one of them had like a Bloodstrike interlude that was just repurposed artwork. I don't know what the objective was with these Youngblood backups. Always with Wildstorm. This is one of the ones I was curious about. So they got 5 of the Wildstorm titles, and they put them into the Old West, or they put them in different periods. I think like the Gen 13 is the 1960s. But if you guys are not familiar with the artwork here, let me just get to it, because I hate when Wildstorm's credits, but we have Tommy Lee Edwards here. And we always focus on Tommy Lee Edwards. I have been addicted to his work since the early 2000s. And I might be misspeaking here, but I'm pretty sure he did a pretty rockin' Moon Knight miniseries. And I just want to write Tommy Lee also. Getting a little bit of a brain fart, but always focus on Tommy Lee. So, this Dead Force book literally blew me away because I read the intro. Yeah, like keep in mind, like we go through dollar bins. I mean, I'm there like reading things. Like I'm in the library. We're gonna do a separate video, but this guy has been in comics. All right, Marvel's Night Watch. He's been in comics. He's worked for, look, Malibu DC, Marvel, Web of Spider-Man, Maximum Carnage, and the artwork for this. And like I said, I wanted to do a separate video, full profile, but the artwork for this really blew me away, guys. It really did. There's so many different influences. Look, and it comes with this original flyer. Like, how amazing is that? And we have 1 and 2. Usually, when it comes to these types of books, they run 2 or 3 issues. But lo and behold, we have an Antarctic Press. So this was 1997. Dead Force gets republished by Antarctic Press in 1999, 2 years later. And it is the same issue. So I just bought all 3 of them. Again, dollar books. Coyote 14. So this is when sometimes you catch shops slipping. They don't know what they have. This should be a wall book at this point, because the backup right here, aka Powders, is the one and only Todd McFarlane. And yeah, you have to know what some of your people work on. And I get it, we're critical on Todd McFarlane, but we like to chart his career. Great condition. Great buy. So this was one of the ones, I can't believe that this is here in this manner. $2, not even looking much. So I knew there was a Witchblade, we'll call it volume 2. I knew there was another Witchblade series that ran maybe 1 or 2 years, and I wanted to do a video where we kind of go through the final issue of Witchblade. Double size series final. I'm not even going to crack this open. And I wanted to do a comparison of Top Cow, like basically then and now, because I call it the fall of Top Cow. I don't understand their books, what they're doing with their books, how far that they deviated from what worked for their company. And I just wanted to kind of do a, hey, let's see how it ended. And let's see how they picked it back up. So this is an upcoming video. We're always big on Alex Ross. I actually put aside another giant stack of Alex Ross books. This is one of his earlier pieces. Xena, Hercules. You just gotta do it. I always wanted this. I was always just into this cover, period. Just because it was, again, one of his earlier pieces as he was going through Terminator, Burning Earth, Kingdom Come, The Marvels, and this was always like an offshoot cover. Great. Upcoming review, just because I saw the Human Sunshine Beam jump on this, and holy crap, they had it in their back issue bin. So I paid $5 for North Force number 0, $1.51 over cover price. Had to do it, guys. And then this is the Big Kahuna for $15. And we're going to do a highlight retrospective flip through conversation on Ultimate Marvel Ultimatum. You can't say Marvel Ultimatum. It is Ultimate Marvel Ultimatum. And this is really the storyline that Miles Morales came out of. But this is really the end of the Ultimate Universe. So if we take Ultimate Spider-Man, the Ultimate X-Men, and we draw them into a cataclysmic, violent, crazy bug nuts resolution, it is this mini-series, and we have Jeff Loeb, Dave Finch, Danny Mickey, and Steve Fairchild. Steve Fairchild comes from the house of Wildstorm. Dave Finch We know him from Top Cow. This is what I will argue to be Dave Finch's seminal work. And the things that happen in here, some of you guys might know, you might be familiar with it. If not, just stay tuned. We will profile all of these issues. But I do really feel like this is Finch's absolute best work. And it is crazy. It's violent. It's so good. It's so much fun. We like it more because so many other people hate it for whatever reason. But this is, I think, as important with continuity threaded storytelling as important as Flashpoint is to DC. In previous video, Onslaught is to Marvel. Onslaught ended what began in the 60s for Marvel. Flashpoint ended what began in the 80s for DC. And relatively Ultimatum ended what was part of the writer renaissance of the 2000s for Marvel. So guys, thanks for hanging out. $30. What do you think?